Hello, Oracles. Well, Tesla Giga Mexico moves one step closer. We got some information from the Mexican president today about conversations he's had with Elon about the place that they are going to be putting the next Gigafactory. We also have some excitement building for Investor Day tomorrow. Of course, it has been building for a while, but tomorrow is the big day. So I have a feeling we may hear the announcement officially from Tesla about Mexico tomorrow, but nobody knows for sure. Lots of great stuff we're going to go over. Tomorrow, we will be doing the live stream at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. The live stream for Tesla begins at 3 p.m. Central Time, same exact time. So we will begin the live stream about the same time. If I can get on sooner, I will. So just pay attention to when I hop on, depends on when I leave work. But we'll get into all of the information about Tesla Giga Mexico and other things in just a minute. All right, so looking at the chart today, if you notice on the chart, there is a new gap that was created 2 days ago. I did not mention it, but it came up and it is down to 197.67. So a little gap right here. So again, we've been consolidating here. We've been starting to get between this, 192 and 208 level, and then we've really been narrowing it down between like 200 and 208. So again, tomorrow may be that day that we end up breaking out. Now, I'm also hearing some information about options. A lot of people are picking up options for Investor Day, and these options, a lot may be expiring this Friday on March 3rd. So we may see a little bit of a bump after Investor Day. Just hearing from a lot of you guys in the comments and a lot of people over on Twitter, seems like there's a lot of profits that have been made. Some people have been clearing out of that little bit of margin that they picked up. Down at that 101 level, some people thought it was worth the risk to get into margin. They are now clearing out of that. Some people have made some very good profits, and some people are starting to sell out of these options. So again, I don't know what's going to happen. We may see a little run after Investor Day and then an option sell off later. Hearing some people on mainstream media talking about that $170 level coming for Tesla. When we were down at 130 on the way up, many of these same people said that they saw the stock going to 150 or 155. We passed that. And once we got past it, they started looking at levels like 180, 200, and 220. We hit all of those levels on the way up. Now they're starting to call it on the way back down again. Again, I have been thinking we are going to be seeing swings like this in the market and the stock all year long. Perhaps this is that swing down that we have been talking about. I don't know for sure, but hearing just the mainstream media talk about things like this, you get guys like Jim Cramer who come on and, when he knows how hedge funds work and they specifically say certain things to try and move the market one way or the other, this could be sort of that going on. So maybe we get that pullback coming a little bit. We hit 170, then we start to pull back a little bit below that. We start to get some like fear coming in and more people sell out because they want to take these profits before they completely lose them. Again, that's just the emotional swings that happen in the market that could potentially happen. Now, again, we could just run up to 250 as well. Don't know which way, but looking at the charts, knowing how the technical analysis works, I have a stronger feeling that we will end up pulling down rather than going up to that 250 level. 220 seems to be like that ceiling that we are going to be hitting. So maybe options push us to that 220, maybe 230 level before we end up pulling down. Again, we'll just wait and see how it plays out, but that's how I am seeing it, and we'll see who is going to be right as this plays out. All right, so looking at some of the exciting building for Investor Day, we've got the Midnight Cherry Red and Quicksilver Model Ys spotted at Giga Texas for Investor Day. For those of you who don't know, those are the two colors that are made exclusively over in Berlin. So it's very nice to see these here. I would love to have the option of these colors over here. Don't know if we're ever going to get them. It's kind of one of those special things that they leave to Berlin, but that is very awesome to see. And now we did get the insured vehicles out of China for last week. They came in at 10,705. The prior week was 5,913. Now, this is the time of the quarter where they start to focus more on the domestic deliveries rather than the exports. So these numbers should be climbing. And now we had mentioned that last week, and this number is going up. Slightly lower than some expectations. However, those numbers are very good considering the prices have been dropping in January. This is what they have been looking for. This is what we are getting. So we will continue to monitor this to make sure that those numbers continue to climb through the month of March. We also heard from Toyota. So we know that Toyota has changed their leadership. They are looking to get some fresh people in there to be able to get these EVs out. Their goal right now is 2026. Some insider sources tell me that based upon the culture and how they operate there, those are very aggressive dates and they are most likely not going to be reaching those. Now, if the culture changes, that could change as well, but there are some deep rooted systems in place over there, so we'll have to wait and see if these things change. But at least they did decide to take the Model Y and break it down. And they said that it is a true work of art. So Toyota is breaking it apart. And, a lot of people have done this well before Toyota did, but they're getting to it. But they are seeing it and saying it's a work of art. And so we will see if Toyota is able to replicate anything like this in the future. And so now the big news of the day, the Mexican president coming out and giving us some information about a gigafactory over there. So Farzad did a great job of giving a roughish translation, as he says, to break down as the entire interview was done all in Spanish. So here is the breakdown. Things are going well with Tesla. We spoke with Elon Musk yesterday, Tesla director. There's an understanding that they will dedicate investments to Mexico and they will build a plant in Monterrey. With a series of compromises to face the water shortage situation, Tesla will help. I don't want to indulge more information because Tesla will likely announce something. There will be an announcement and some compromise this week and also next week. I informed Mexico that I've spoke with Elon Musk on 2 occasions through video conference, Friday night and yesterday morning. He was very understanding of our concerns and accepting our propositions that will be announced tomorrow. And so, again, most likely we are going to be hearing about this tomorrow. So, again, going back to what my thoughts are, if they are going to be having Giga Mexico coming up as a factory, having them use that factory for the Gen 3 platform does make sense. We know that once they do break ground, most likely they will not get to volume production until 2025. If they are going to be announcing the Gen 3 platform tomorrow, could very well come out and be, hey, this is our Gen 3 platform. By the way, we are going to be opening up a new Gigafactory in Mexico. They will be producing with that Gen 3 platform. That is my feeling of what we are going to be seeing tomorrow on that front. There's going to be a lot of other things they discuss as well. We will watch it live together and see all of the announcements themselves. And so Dave Lee broke down what the entire agenda is for the day tomorrow. So for them, whoever is going to Investor Day, this is all Central Standard Time. The check-in starts at 11 a.m. Factory tours and Plaid demo rides go from 11 a.m. to 2:45 p.m. 3 o'clock to 4:30 p.m. are the keynotes. Again, that is when we are going to be starting our live stream here. Hopefully, I'll be able to jump on a little bit sooner, so we'll be ready for that. So be prepared. Probably 3:45 p.m. I will be on. So we'll just plan for 3:45 so we can be ready and discuss a little bit ahead of time. That they're going to be doing Q&A from 4:30 to 5:30, and then 5:30 to 7 is going to be the meet and greet. And Dave does expect that the keynotes and Q&A will be live streamed to Tesla's YouTube channel, which is what we will be watching on here. And so again, tomorrow is going to be a huge day. I think we're going to get a lot of great information. I think we are going to be learning a lot of amazing things that in the future down the road are going to be amazing for the stock price itself. Again, near term, don't know what's going to happen with the things. I still think that there's that macro uncertainty and other things that are going on as well. However, again, tomorrow, focus on the long term. What are the long term implications of everything we learn about tomorrow? Think about how they compare to all of the competition that is out there right now. If Toyota isn't even going to be getting an EV out until 2026 at the earliest, what is Tesla going to look like at that point? What information are we going to learn tomorrow that's going to tell us and indicate where Tesla will be in 2026? We can see what Tesla will be producing versus Toyota just starting at that point. So I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that I'm excited for it. And I think some of the information that we get can be game changing. We will just wait and see how that all plays out. We will see how the stock reacts to it as well. So we'll pay attention to the stock price as the entire day goes on. Very exciting times. Very much looking forward to this. Very excited to hang out with you guys tomorrow. And I know the stock price pulled down a little bit today. Maybe it was a sell the news type situation because we got basically confirmation from the Mexican president that they are going to be putting up a factory in Monterrey. So maybe it was a little bit of that. Maybe it was because the numbers that were coming out of China were a little bit lower than expected. Don't know truly. Obviously, we just have to wait and see what's going to happen with the stock price. If you're ready to buy more on any dips, which I know many of you have told me you have been, then we will be in great shape. And some of you, I know you said that you bought a whole bunch. Maybe you're a little bit higher dollar level. You're looking for the hope because you don't want to hear any negativity. But if you're focusing on it for the long term, if you're sitting there saying, hey, I don't have any money to buy, but your long term thesis was to 2030, take a look at tomorrow and see what the information is. You've got that fundamental basis. That's what you're looking at. What do you think the stock price is going to be in 2030? If you think the stock price is going to be worth $3,000, then even if we do get a pullback in the stock now, don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. It is totally okay. This is not financial advice, but this is what your fundamental thesis needs to be. If you are going to be a long term holder in the stock, you have to look at the fundamentals because if you're looking at the charts, that only affects the near term. Long term is all fundamentals. Tomorrow at Investor Day, that is what we are going to find out. Fundamental information. Do not worry about near term stock price movements. That is not anything you need to concern yourself about. Eliminate your emotions from that entirely. It's okay. If you can scrounge up more money to buy any dips that we get, that's awesome too. That will be helpful for your thesis. Otherwise, don't even worry about it. You're going to be perfectly fine. I feel very strongly about that. So that's all I've got for you guys today. I hope you guys had a great day. I hope you guys are looking forward to tomorrow. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Have a great one.